What is going on, you guys? We are back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be diving into whether it is worth it to buy the B8.5 S4 in 2025, as well as why you should buy this car. So before we get into that video, I'm going to be just going to a car show really quickly. It's Sunday morning, and we are going to show a little edit of some of the cars I like at the show. But before we do that, let's get some heat in the engine. I'll get a little cold start for you guys, and I will see you there. And then after that, we will dive into the video, and I'll kind of go over why I believe this car is worth it to buy in 2025. Does it look good? Do I look like an idiot with this?
No.
Droopy?
Maybe a little bit.
We're at this portion of the video where we're going to be going over whether it's worth it to buy this car in 2025. I kind of wrote a list down of some pros and cons. They're not really ranked in any particular order. Yeah, we can dive right into it. So the first thing I'm going to bring up, obviously, is money, because that's probably the biggest thing about getting the vehicle itself. It's a very good bang for the buck. So stock, you make 333 horsepower. You can get these cars for like 20,000 lower mileage, 15,000, like 70, 80, 90,000 range. But you can honestly find these cars for as low as like $10,000, especially a B8. So like a 2010, 2012 range B8 you can get, same engine, same power, for like $10,000. So ultimately, that's probably the biggest pro, is that you can get into a car like this for a very cheap price. Ultimately,
You gotta start again, because I clicked the record button after you said a word.
Ultimately, for the year of my car, or even around the year of my car, it's gonna be a little bit more than like the B8 models. Now, banking off of the pro in terms of the price for the car, the cheaper you go, the more maintenance you're gonna have to do. So it's gonna kind of offset. So you can either pay up in front, kind of like what I did. I bought the car with like 30,000 miles. I didn't have to do any maintenance for 3 years. I'm over 3 years with this car. I didn't have to do any maintenance to it. And ultimately, if you kind of jump to 2025, this is like a 10-year-old car for mine, 2015, but you can, 11, 12, 13, depending on the year you go. So the higher the mileage, the more maintenance you're gonna have to do. So ultimately, let me say this, if you're gonna buy this car and you kind of wanna get the bang for the buck, make sure the prior owner did the servicing and the maintenance. So I mean, like PCV, water pump, supercharger bricks, control arms, all of that, especially DSG service, a big must. So if you go for the higher mileage car, definitely go for maintenance, or the owner did the maintenance, because that's gonna cost a big buck. I just did the control arms, $3,000, not cheap. That, I guess you can say, is a con, is the higher mileage, not the greatest. The next thing, or the next pro that I believe about this car is how well it ages. So again, kind of diving back, this is a 10-year-old car, 2015. Same thing with 14, 13. So ultimately, this body style is up to 12 years old. I mean, there's nothing really you can say other than just looking at it. I believe it ages very well for the year. I mean, it's got daytime running lights in the rear. So Audi was kind of ahead of the game when it came to lighting. Overall, the body lines of the car is up to, you know, modern cars in terms of looks. You know, unless you're an enthusiast, it's kind of hard to tell that this car is 10 years old, in my opinion. Then again, piggybacking off of how well the car ages, like that's a pro in terms of buying the car, is how good it looks for, you know, how old it is. But the con that kind of piggybacks off of it is finding it in good condition. These kind of turned into like the tuner cars, I guess, for Audi. Finding it in good shape is hard to come by. There's still plenty out there in good shape, but I mean, if you're on Facebook Marketplace, you're likely gonna find like 5th owner beat up S4s. So it's difficult to find not beat up, I guess you can say. Ultimately, I've had my car since 30,000 miles, like I mentioned before, so I took very good care of it. It's in very good condition. I mean, other than the front end's a little scratched up, but I think it's great. Some other pros and cons that we have, kind of like little nitpicking things. I guess, doesn't really relate to 2025 at all, but a con about the car is bad gas mileage. It gets like 20, I don't even know, 23 on the highway and like 15, if that, on city roads. So, I mean, I guess it can relate to age, it can relate to the motor, but like comparing it to the TTRS, it gets, that car gets 30 miles per gallon on the highway. So I don't know if it's just how the engine is or if it's because it's supercharged, but gas mileage is trash. I'll hit you guys with the final pro of this car. It's gonna be the sound of it. Very not. What is very not, bro? Okay, I'm gonna hit you guys with the final pro of the car. It's not a very common sound anymore because, I mean, unless it's in, you know, a Corvette or some type of Chevy, Cadillac, you don't really get supercharged cars anymore. So I'm going to open up the engine bay and we're gonna get a sound clip of this German Hellcat. I'm gonna put the mic right on the intake for you guys. So that is why I believe it's the biggest pro for this car, is because of the sound. It's pretty much only this car and Hellcats that kind of have that signature whine. I mean, the CTS-V and, like, you know, the Corvettes and Camaros, they have supercharged engines, but they're not very whiny. That's basically kind of my overview of the pros and cons of this car, whether it's worth it to buy in 2025. Ultimately, I believe it's a great value for the price. Tunability, you can tune this thing like no tomorrow for the price. Stage 1, you can make like 400 horsepower. So ultimately, I believe it's a great car that you can buy in 2025. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, subscribe, leave your comments on whether you think it's a bang for its buck type of vehicle in 2025. And I'll see you guys in the next video.